Hello and welcome to the Red Coach Podcast. I am your host, Ben Harrietha. If you've been keeping up with the Fanshawe Student Union, which I hope you have, you'll know that we recently just went through a leadership change with new presidents, new execs, and new coordinators who we have on the podcast today. So welcome, guys, to the Red Coach Podcast.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, everyone.
Glad to be here.
Oh, sweet. That's what I love to hear. I dread the day that one day I'm going to do this podcast and I'm going to be like, hey, glad to have you here. And they're going to be like, I'm not glad to be here.
Can you imagine that?
Right? Like they just look at me and be like, I could be playing like Warzone right now, man. Like,
yeah.
So could you guys just
happen with you, Ben?
Yeah, perfect. Could you guys just introduce yourselves and I guess what your role is in the FSU now?
Sure, I can go first. So my name is Basha Boron. I'm going to be a second year broadcasting TV production student, and I will be the student life and event coordinator for the new term.
Perfect. I'm going then next. My name is Sarah. I'm in the 2-year program from Business HR at FSU, and I'm going to be your new Advocacy and Communications Coordinator. I'm an international student from Brazil, and I've been here in London since August last year. Nice to meet you all.
Hi, my name is Claudia Vera. I'm from Mexico, and I'm very excited to be, I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm business fundamental student, and thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, no, like I said, anytime. Perfect intros. That's what I love to hear. Short, sweet. Told everyone your name, a little bit about yourselves, and what your roles are. So speaking of those roles, I wanted to get a little bit more into what each of the roles actually entails in your guys' own words. So Sarah, why don't we start with you? What do you do basically, or what are you going to be doing come next term?
Of course. So I basically have two main responsibilities. The first one, as my role says, is advocacy. So basically, I will help students who are struggling with some academic penalties, issues in integrity, and if you want to open an academic appeal, I will be the one helping you together with the ombudsman inside FSU. So this is the first role. And the second responsibility of my position is communication. So if you need to communicate with someone inside FSU or FSU, and also I will be the one helping to run the class representatives program inside FSU.
Who's next?
I could go next.
Perfect.
So as the student life and event coordinator, kind of self-explanatory. So I'll be doing a lot with student life and also events. So events-wise, all summer we are going to be planning events for the entire school year for September to May. So whether it's just musical events, social events, cultural events, we're going to be planning it all, getting as many students involved as possible, as much diversity in the events as well, to cater to everyone for all the students. And not only just for events, student life-wise is also different programs, whether it's for like physical wellness, emotional needs. We'll also be doing stuff on campus life. I know it deals a lot with the bus route, the bus passes, but also trying to make student accommodation and transportation a lot easier, and just making students' life on campus just like the best possible, and giving them the best Fanshawe College experience.
Oh, and she will be the one to run in the Red Squad volunteer program.
Yes. And, thank you for that. The volunteer squad, the Red Squad, that they do a lot of one-on-one with that. I'll be working alongside with them. With that, they do a lot of programs, like a lot of breakfast programs and food programs with the students, and also just making the campus just look good and feel good all around, and working alongside with them.
Yeah, so as a finance coordinator, I will work with financial information, financial plans, operating budgets, and help our students about financial advising. So I will be responsible too for all clubs and organizations under the support of the FSU. So we will support the other coordinators working together as a team to help our students.
Yeah. And fun fact, actually, Ben,
Mhm.
the clubs this year, they are going very fresh for the Claudia position. They usually run under the advocacy and communications coordinator, but it was a lot to do. So this new year, they actually suggested to change. So I think I'm going to be working very close to Claudia too. I think all of us, because it's a pretty new role for her position too.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
and we're all going to be kind of collaborating together, working alongside each other. Yeah, just being almost like just a team of coordinators with our designated area.
Yeah.
Very cool. So it's like you guys. I'm a little newer to the FSU, and unfortunately, when I was at school at Fanshawe, everything was online, so I didn't get to know a lot of the coordinators and stuff. But from what it sounds like, it's a little bit more like you guys are, like you said, exactly like a team.
Hmm.
That everyone's got their own little specializations, but if if someone's got a problem, then the team can come and tackle it together.
Yeah, for sure. And we all like bring elements to that to kind of solve the problem all together and have our respected fields. So that way we can give like expert input for all the like whatever the issue is, or not issue, but thing that we're working on together. We have like a little bit here, a little bit there. We have some say, collaborate all together and put all our great thoughts together.
Mm-hmm.
So how you guys feeling about the position? I mean, it's a big role to step
Yeah.
into.
It's
Uh,
pretty exciting. I think we like just found out yesterday. We were meeting with the student union president from Western. We had a meeting with him, and I found out that I believe for all three roles combined, there was 198 applicants that
wow.
applied for this. Yeah, so it feels like pretty important now, and more weight to the title too, knowing that it was pretty big decision for the team to pick, the three of us out of all of them. So it almost feels like an honor to be able to like earn the role in the position, and I'm excited to like step up and use it to the full potential and use that position for almost just like being that voice for everyone. So I'm excited for that.
Exactly. I'm with Barsha too, because I think even though like look a lot and a very wow position, I'm very excited to actually work with people. I always love to work with people. And I think we're here not to be like the ones, oh, they are at FSU, we cannot reach out to them. No, we're here for all students. I hope as a team, every student can count of us. So I'd like to think that the students don't think they cannot be with us, and like by the end of the day, we're all students. So we
Hmm.
are students helping each other. So
Hmm.
I really hope like we are a family as a whole, and everyone can count on us by the end of the day.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's students serving students. It's like a family and working together. And for me, for example, the same like you, I love to work with the students, to listen to them what they want, and I'm sure that what they need, of course, and try to find a solution and to provide an excellent service for them.
Hmm.
Perfect. And so, what are you guys going to try and bring to the table when it comes to these positions that you guys just filled?
I know for myself personally, since being in the media program and also the School of Contemporary Media, I'm hoping to bring a lot of those elements to Fanshawe, and also on the student side, getting them the opportunities to perform in the college and also showcase all of their talents, bringing all the arts to Fanshawe as much as possible, because it's such a diverse community of media, and we have such incredible talent that is currently at Fanshawe or just graduated, or Fanshawe alumni doing great and big things in the media community. So I want to kind of bring that back into Fanshawe and showcase, hey, this is where people are going. This is what's going on in the music scene, in the art scene, in the digital, and just bringing that up and like showing future Falcons and current Falcons like their potential of what they could put out into the community and also bring back into the Fanshawe community.
Yeah, I am with Bash in this way too. I think, at least personally speaking, as an international student, I understand the importance of diversity inclusion. So for this new role, I am committed to actually support these values through discussion and action. And since I am a former Red Scout volunteer, I also I am the former president from the book club at Fanshawe, so I also know a little bit of clubs, and I am a former class rep too. So I think with this experience, the past experience that I have inside Fanshawe, I think I can bring some ideas together with the coordinators and Stefan, the new president too, because all of us here, we have like previous experiences in this field inside Fanshawe, and we know for sure that we can add some value and bring more engagement from students inside Fanshawe. So I think this will be my goals for this year.
Yeah, and for me, like you, working together, for me, like a finance coordinator, is to provide this information on time, to plan together, and to ensure that every event, every service is going to be great for the students. And yeah, to get off the budget and to have success together.
So what was I'm curious mostly about like what was the process of getting into the position, like applying, and like was it just you applied for the job, or like did you apply for the job and then have to do like a bunch of rounds of interviews, and did you have to write like essays or anything?
It wasn't an essay, but I believe for everyone, yeah, it was a just basic job application on the FSU website. They always have like any of their job postings there, full description, upload all your information, cover letter, resume, just the normal job application stuff. And then once like that came through, once they were starting the hiring process, I believe we all like received a phone call saying, "Hey, we want to continue like going through with your application. Are you still interested? We can set up an interview with you and also all the requirements for it." So for the actual in-person interview, it was a basic interview of just people on the board asking, normal job interview questions to say. And then we also had to prepare a presentation according to each of the positions. So for the student life coordinator position, I had to create either an awareness day or week like of events for students that students would benefit from. So I did a presentation of a Pride Week for Fanshawe. So each day would be a different theme for the week. So I did it like a 5-day event. Each day was a different color to represent the different color of each Pride flag. And it was kind of in coordination of that. So yeah, we had the interview and then we had the presentation, which was like a 10-minute presentation that we presented to the same people for that. Because of the position, we will be planning, we will be presenting. So they want to see like our ideas coming in, if we have good ideas, what ideas we have, and also our presentation skills for that.
Yeah, it was very similar for my position too. So I applied through the website. They were spreading the word a lot. I think it was like a month or maybe more. They were saying about the elections together with the higher positions at FSU, the coordinator's position. And on the application, you also had to put references. So I asked 3 professors of mine. They were amazing, and FSU actually called all of them after I knew that. And then I think maybe 2 weeks later, they called me, the same as Bosch, the same they did with Bosch. And I think it was like a 15-minute interview through the phone. And after that, they called me again and said that I passed through the last level. So it would be like a in-person interview. They would do the interview at the day. I think it would be like an hour. The HR will be there from FSU, the president, and the former, now the Tanya Dula, who was the advocacy and communications coordinator at the time, and also Bonnie Williams. And they asked me to do the communication plan from the class, suggest actually a communication plan for the class representative program for next year. And it was also a 10 or 12 minutes presentation. And after that, when I arrived at the interview, I presented, and it also asked me a lot of questions. I think each of them actually asked me about 3 to 5 questions. It was a lot. Was very excited. I was a little bit nervous, but it was amazing. I think I passed it over again because by the end of the day was, well, I'm here with this amazing team, and I'm so grateful for that, really.
Yeah, and for me, almost the same. I think the process was the same. And for my project was how can we increase the number of students on the events, especially on finance services, what we can do together. So I did some ideas, and of course I have a lot of questions. And I think it was very interesting, the process. Of course, I was nervous a little bit, but I'm so happy that we are here together, and you know, we have this a huge opportunity to work with the students.
Did you guys also all do your interviews in the big like boardroom in the student
Yeah.
center?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so nerve-wracking, isn't it?
It was. So like it was on the complete opposite sides of the table too. So it was just like us individual by ourselves on like a board of 5 people, just like looking at us. And like I remember we were just like they would ask the question. I had some time to think about it. And the second we like started talking, they were like writing our answers down. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I have to say the right things.
Oh my God.
I have to be careful. They're like listening, watching, writing. I was like, oh
Mine was also in that room, and it was just like I had like my current manager, and then like the head of publications, the head of marketing, and the head of advertising on each side of me, and I was so nervous. and I think they asked at the end, they're like, what do you have any other questions? And I panicked, and I said, how are you guys doing today?
I mean, it's a good question to ask.
and they thought that was funny, and I guess they liked me enough to hire me, because here we are, 9 months later.
There you go. Yeah, here we are with all of us.
So
Good.
So I wanted to ask, how are you guys going to try and take some of your own? We kind of talked about a little about taking in some of your school experiences and some of your past experiences with the FSU. How are you going to try and take some like personal experiences, just like in your own life, into this position?
That's a good question.
Try my best.
If anyone has an answer, I have to think about mine.
I think me personally, I'm the first why I applied for this position, actually because it fits a lot of my background. Before coming to Canada, I was a lawyer in Brazil, and I used to work with a lot of ethics and integrity issues inside the workplace. I used to do like internal investigations, and I was supposed to actually investigate fraud, conflict of interest, and corruption. But the most things that I used to receive were labor issues. So that's why I chose to study business HR here. So I think my background from there give me the skills to actually be good at conflict resolution, ethics, and integrity, because it's a huge part of my role here as the advocacy part, I mean. And I think these skills will be very valuable at this role. And also, I think during this path, in my country, I'm very used to hurt people. I like to actually. I think communication it's a great and powerful tool for everyone, and so I really want this kind of tool can bring people together. So I'm really looking forward to apply those skills and bring people together through empathy and communication, because by the end of the day, that's what it is. I think I really believe in working with people, and we're working as a whole team.
Yeah, for me, for example, I have worked as an accountant in Mexico. So, as well as at the university and the financial department. So, when I saw this opportunity, I said, "Oh, great! This is what I know a little. I know, and I know that I can share and I can learn together. And I think it fits. It fits to me. It's a great opportunity for my life and for the FSU. Yeah, together.
For me personally, like I'm a big planner. I love planning, scheduling, like creating agendas, binders, and organizing. So whenever I found out like about this position, I was like, this is kind of perfect for me because I also love different events and like what's more fun than planning an event, especially like being able to kind of work with people and whatnot. But since I'm not from London, the first thing I wanted to do here was kind of discover like all the not night oh well nightlife, the community, the different scenes that we have going on. So seeing all of that, and then also like my planning stuff in the back that I had in the back of my head, I was like, oh, it'd be so cool to do this, so cool to do that. So kind of it got me like super excited being able to kind of like work with that. And also, as someone, I would consider myself pretty extroverted. I love just talking to people, meeting with people, just working alongside with people. I'd find I'm more of like a collaboration style leader. And I love hearing everyone's opinions, voices. I don't want like just my final say in the end. At the end of the day, the fanshawe community is everyone's voices put together. So yeah, so I kind of found myself naturally fitting into the role as someone. Also with my program too, it's like a lot of communication and planning and just structure and scheduling with that. So I found it just kind of naturally fit the direction I was wanting to go because I know I'm the youngest one on the team. I haven't had that much real world experience of job wise, but I've worked multiple different jobs and careers already just growing up. And I found with that, it almost like led me this way because I was able to take a piece of it from here and there and take like the event side from my other jobs, from being on the entertainment crew on the FSU, but then also the student life I'm able to bring in from my fanshawe side, but then also my whole life I've just been a planner and organizer. So it's been able to incorporate and like blend super easy for me.
So I caught on that one part. You're not from London. Whereabouts are you from?
Yeah, I'm actually from Windsor, born and raised. Yeah, yeah, I'm
I'm from
actually here
Windsor.
right now too. Oh yeah, you are. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
I
I'm
always
from
forget.
yeah. I mean, I'm from Tecumseh technically, but
Oh, I'm almost Tecumseh. I grew up in Forest Glade, and then it was like Riverside area that I live. My parents live now.
small world, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like several people I've met now who are who go to Fanshawe or like are involved in the FSU or something like that who are also from Windsor. Like
Huh.
there's a lot of us.
Yeah. Well, we have a good community.
This is
There.
good.
I
So
mean, I guess for a reason that we're all here together.
yeah. It sounds like you guys basically landed in the roles that are essentially like perfect for you based on like what you've done.
Yeah, and
Uh,
yeah, I will say too, like when I first found out about it, I was, oh, like I still consider myself like really young. I was like, I'm not gonna like fit in with anyone. Like, I don't know if I have enough experience for this. But then, like, once the like interview process started going through, I was like, oh wow, like they actually like trust me and this and that. Like, I guess I fit the role and everything. And I was like, oh, like it was almost like validating to like see my own skills, like be able to put to work too. Because even though like I'm sure like other people like you yourself in the school of contemporary media growing up, you don't really think like people say there's not many jobs in the art scene and just in the technology wise. But like seeing that all come together and blend together, you're like, oh wow, like I can actually make a career and a living out of this. Like it's rewarding and satisfying in a way, but also yeah, like satisfying personally being like I can actually like do what I love and also benefit from it and other people benefit from it and make a career out of this.
so we got time for one last question.
Mhm.
And this one, so um Do you guys remember your orientation at Fanshawe?
Yeah, I remember. There was a barbecue. It was on fall, and it was a sunny day. It was so beautiful. It was like in the patio, like outside Oasis. And I think Ricardo was the one I think he was still the president there. Oh no, he was there, but I think, it was Ismail. I think I'm crazy. I saw Ricardo there too, and it was a lot. I was excited with the freebies, and like I saw a lot of students, and I was like, oh my god, there's a lot of people. I was so excited, and I didn't find like any Brazilian. I think I had a friend from like I know from my country, but I was excited because I really went to know like a lot of people from other cultures and other countries. So it was a very nice opportunity for that. And I found a little bit lost because like the campus, it's huge. And I think I lost myself until like the third or fourth month there. Yeah. But it was amazing. It was excited. I feel excited each time that I just get in the campus.
Yeah.
I remember that I got some pictures the first day. It was so amazing to meet people from other countries and to listen them. It was a great day.
Yeah, I remember that week the weather was just so beautiful too, and being able to be outside. Yeah, the barbecue was like everyone just gathering together. It was just exciting seeing like all the new people and the potential like new friends and classmates that you're gonna meet. And I just remember just being excited. Being excited of what the year will bring too, because it was like I was starting a new program as well. So I'm like, a fresh start, new people, but I've already been a year at Fanshawe now, so it was a good time. And I think I was actually working that day too, like for the tech team. We like that entire week we were working, but it was just like so exciting seeing all the new faces, and it was just like it really set the path for the year, and it was like a good day. So I found it was just like a great year because of it.
Perfect. What I love to hear. I can't remember if I even went to mine. I think I might have been at downtown campus. So I think I was kind of like, I'll just I was like, I really need to go to the main campus one. I'm like, that's a bit of a trek. But I remember at least going to the open house, and I remember it being freezing cold.
Yeah.
Because it was in like April.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, for me, yeah. So there's like a photo of me, and I'm standing outside of the downtown campus, and I'm trying to be excited, but it's so obvious that I am freezing.
Yeah, you can't really hide the cold.
No, unfortunately not. So at least you guys had good weather on your orientation days.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I think I was at the winter orientation too, because I don't know why I received the email too. So I thought, okay, I have to be there because I already had my orientation day. So I went, and actually was very excited because it was very fun because they put like they settle ice skating. So everyone could actually be there and ice skating. And I was like, wow. But then I saw everyone, and I'm so bad in ice skating. And I was like, I didn't have the courage to actually go there because I was like falling every time. So I didn't go. But it was very fun actually, winter, the last one.
I'm in the same. I am awful at ice skating. Despite
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's not
it's
despite
not easy. Yeah.
it's not, despite being my family is all big hockey fans, and like and like I born and raised in Canada. You'd think the next thing you learn after taking your first steps is how to ice skate, but
Yeah.
I'm awful at it. Still I am like
Yeah, I totally relate with you because like everyone always think, oh, you are from Brazil, so you play football? Like, no. Like I'm so awful at football. No. So I totally relate with you.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, that's all we had. So thank you guys for coming on the podcast. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Red Couch Podcast. As always, you can catch up with every episode on our website or wherever you get your podcasts. Pick up your copy of The Navigator on newsstands now. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and be sure to subscribe to our newsletter to keep up with all things Fanshawe. For the Interrobang, I'm Ben Harrietha.